Hey, what is up, guys? It is Nick here with Raw Day Trading, and we are going to get into the raw bits and pieces, what it's like to day trade in today's market. Day trading's risky. You may lose some or all of your capital. Most day traders do not succeed. And this is not investment advice. This is purely for entertainment purposes only. And without further ado, let's get into today. The market weirdness continues. I am sitting here. It is now 1:05 Eastern Time. I'm pretty much done trading. I just have some charts up that I'm looking at. This SMX is barreling higher, squeezing out people who maybe were short. But the real action took place at 3 a.m., 1 a.m.? What time did it take place? This started at 4 a.m. this morning. This short squeeze was bonkers from TNON. If you guys remember, TNON was one of the stocks that were trading yesterday. It sold off pretty low, opened, and then just evaporated whoever was short on that. Before kind of coming back down there at the open, it halts up and then halts back down. And that was pretty much the story for it all day. I did not trade it. I do not really care to trade stocks like that if other stuff is going on. I just find other things a little bit easier to trade with lower outsized risk, and that's what I focused on today. I'm just looking at this right now. All right, I'm gonna move on from caring about what's going on in the market. Just wrap up my day, wrap up my week. I am up currently like $559 after expenses, which is an okay day. I was trying to make it a little bit more, but the stocks that I was looking at, mainly IMRX, as you can see here, it didn't hold up. It's now kind of creeping higher. If it does get above 216, I'll look at it again, maybe for just depending on what's going on, for a move higher, but I doubt it. It looks like it's done for the day. And then the other stock that was moving was ANCP or something. I don't think it was ANCP. What was it? ATPC. ATPC. This was the other name. And it's kind of doing this. It like kept tapping against this just under $3 level. I was looking at it for a move up to 3. It never happened. It never happened. The move up to 3 never happened. It kind of was teasing. Too many sellers kind of like were standing there. The algorithms were tricky. I was backing off as the movement was not straightforward, and therefore I straightforwardly stood back and let the action kind of tell me where it wanted to go, and it told me it wanted to go down, and I just let it be. IMRX, I made the most money on today. IMRX is a previous runner. Popped up a few times and then was popping up this morning. I actually did not expect it. On the list of stuff I had was TNON, which I didn't want to trade because it's just so extreme. GRRRR was a maybe from sympathy because it was also a mover yesterday, thinking about maybe people will trade it because of the TNON move. And ATPC, the one we just talked about, VMAR, It was another gapper, but it had no news and it looked like a turd. It had just like a turd setup, and you'll learn to recognize those the more you trade. And then besides that, I didn't really like anything. I looked at IMRX briefly, I remember, and I was just like, looks whatever. But then it started moving into the open, and that was that. Okay, so here's the open. Let's watch a couple minutes of this. Maybe we can get some. I'm just gonna leave it on like the wide view so you can see the entire screen. I think I make a couple trades off screen with this level 2 box that I was looking at with the charts on another screen. And then I can make a couple on here, but I quickly adjust after that to put everything back on there. And then we can zoom in once I get a stock in focus. As far as trading goes, doesn't seem like anything too crazy out of the ordinary happened. I double clicked on something on accident, just doubled up size, but it wasn't that big a deal. Missed an opportunity. I had a decent trade. There's a couple big bid spoofs, and then yeah, just some notes on how I didn't like how ATPC held at certain levels later in the morning. I just felt like it was just stuck. Okay, so IMRX actually jumped on the bandwagon pretty quick. Nothing really warranted bigger size today, so even with these smaller stocks, I just had 2,000 shares queued up. ATPC, I probably could have traded that open. Now that I'm looking at it, it was the main name, but also IMRX was moving. I could have bought IMRX a little bit earlier as well. Yeah. I just like to watch the first couple minutes of the highest volatility of the day. Just remind myself how things are moving in the recent forms. All right, I'm going to actually speed up now. Let's see if I see. Yeah, VMAR. I took a. Oh, I remember. There was also an accidental. Yeah, so you also have to be careful about this stuff. So, because of the way I have my station set up, sometimes this generally doesn't happen, but sometimes the chart and the level 2 is different than the order execution window. I have a system in place to where that doesn't happen. But this time I made a mistake, and maybe because like I will drag the name from here to the execution window, and then from the execution window to level 2, but it looks like I might have drug the name from the execution window to the what's it called, level 2 directly, and I messed that up. Anyways, moving ahead. VMAR, This one was not giving me exits where I wanted it, and it was like flipping around in a way that just seemed sketchy. Then ATPC, I think I had a trade on it somewhere. Where did I have that trade? Yeah, this one I did not like it. You have a little hammer candle at the end of like a run. It's a high volume candle too. It's just not going anywhere. So I was doing buy the bid plus these action. The way these stocks trade, they're just like synthetic action almost. Where it's just not real. And so I was like, fuck it, I'll just buy the bid and stand in the way of it for a little bit, see if I get filled, and I get filled. And then it tests me right there, retest 73, and I exit. And I'm like, I'm not going to buy back at 78. It's just not. That's stupid. If I still held it, I'd be holding till there. Could have made a little bit more money, but that's fine. Could have made a lot of money right there, actually. Wow. Interesting. All right. That was one trade I could have done a little bit better on. And just not sold so fast when I got tested. But I was scared. I'm not going to lie. These stocks can move very fast, especially so close to the open. Like that. Yeah, it's already from 90 down to 72. And it's just like, wow. Okay. And then if I was up there, would I be holding for 3? I think I might have gotten so comfortable had that worked out in my favor. I don't know. So moving on from there, VMAR, ignoring, nothing important there, nothing important there. This is an interesting spot where I could have taken a trade. I wouldn't have minded buying right there. I'd let it shake around a little bit, maybe down to 65. I like this setup where it's a small low volume candle and a volatile time of day. The run, it's basically, it seems to me like the run is shifting, and then if it goes against me, I just cut it. But for all intents and purposes, that looked like a good trade. I don't think I saw that, or I didn't want to take it because I was scared of it. Either or. But that would have been a good trade, maybe exiting at 89. That sort of stuff works on these synthetic names actually pretty well, because it has to fake out a lot of people, and I feel like this is a very non-obvious setup. Yeah. So now I'm 15 minutes into the day, break even, probably negative after expenses. I've churned a couple shares. I'm on IMRX, just spinning my wheels, and it's still going higher. And then now I finally bring it into the main screen. I've traded 28 divided by 2, 16 times on this, and I've made no money. And now it's doing this extension thing, and it's wow, do I buy it now? That's dumb. So now I'm searching around for other stuff to trade, because in my mind, the trades here are numbered. There's maybe one more entry I can finagle if this thing keeps going up without it being too crazy of a risk. But I'm down to just let it be for now. The first note I really have, yeah, but it starts going up right there. 56. Where was that? 56. Yeah, I keep trying to fight with it, trying to get this to go retest 50. Although, see, this this kind of this decently high volume red candle in the 5 minute is going to get in the way of the price action. And when I mean that, it's just going to influence people to like just not buy as aggressively, or algorithms or whatever. And so I buy here, sell there. Now I'm up $80. You buy, sell, blah, blah. Get 1 penny. And it's creating a little bit of a trap here. And I buy into it. Right. Where do I buy it? It's like hesitating, like once they, and then I double buy right there, and then that's when it flips on me, and I quickly unload my position. Yeah, that was a dumb move. Put me down from up 85 to down 40. It's 120. It's fine. I have 4K shares on it. It's just what it is. I didn't hold it in a stupid way. And it happens. I actually didn't mean to buy it. I think I was just like pinned on it, like focused so hard that I just double tapped because I was tense. It happens occasionally. I tried to keep it as low of a occurrence as possible. There is a run where I do end up making money on this, and it probably is right here. Yep. Now after that, after this run up, I was back to up 200. And it's like this, it's you're in a downtrend. You're in a 5 minute setup here, and it's like everyone's trying to anticipate this. And it's not like they're always going to get it right. Like these people didn't get it right. I was with these people here. These people did not get it right, but it goes in attempts. This is a first attempt, second attempt, and now this is the third attempt, really. And the third attempt seems to stick more, fourth attempt even more. But if it doesn't go by like 5 or 6 times, then you're like, oh, okay, then this is kind of going to try to reverse here. But I was down to try it again, and I like the 5 minute, even though I think long term it looks terrible. Short term, it looks like buyers are going to come in and try to push this higher. And the action on the level 2, I was waiting for specific things, waiting for it to look in a certain way. And I don't know, I'll show one of these trades here. Which one do I do well on? It goes. I like that candle too. Okay, so I cut it there. What if I double up, and that's why I get back to up 200? There's like undulations. Nice. This is one trade. Here's another trade. I think I'm waiting for the nothing, I guess. There it is. That's nice. That was a nice one. So I was actually getting really good fills on that. I generally tend to stick to stocks too. If I keep getting good fills and I keep getting profit off like these little chops, little scalps, I think I'll stick to it. If I keep losing in areas where I should be winning, that's when I tend to like not like it as much, and I stopped playing. But there's that, and it actually goes and totally reverses. And I wonder if I get back in. I think I would have bought here if I would have thought about it better. No, and then I would have sold. But I start playing ATPC because it's showing strength here. This one was a tricky cookie. That action is just so weird. Yeah. This period after 7 o'clock, I do take a couple more trades than normal. I traded a lot. Yeah. So now it's up 300. And really, I'm not really playing at top game. I'm not playing with top game size. You know, that's okay. Still pushing it. We're trying to push it at least. Probably should have been playing with 3K shares on this and on both of these, at least. It would have been scarier for sure, but I think I could have done it. I think the liquidity warranted it, and that's something I can do better next week. This is a pretty big, okay, 4K right here. Nice. And then I get rid of it at break even on that last position. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, look how this is moving. It's just like slapping back and forth. Pa, pa, pa. Alright, so 1022 is the next one. Opportunity missed on what? Oh, it was this. Okay, so I was looking at ATPC, the stock over here on the left. And I saw that candle form right here. It's kind of like stuffing. And then I was looking at VWAP for the shutdown. Test the VWAP here. And I was just slightly slower than I wanted to be. Should have been buying right there. Maybe getting filled at 73. I'd been sketched out right there, but then more comfortable here. And I would have been selling at 82, yeah. Trying to sell at 82. There, I'd be selling. Although it would have been sketchy because I would have went back to break even like 2 times. I think I could have made it work. Okay. Okay, then 27. Like, I'm looking at this, I'm thinking maybe $3, and then blowing through 3, hitting 335, maybe halting up. That's what I'm thinking. That's why I keep trading it. But at this point, it's just looking. It's like going back and forth so many times. I'm like, okay, this 30-minute candle has to close. This 5-minute, I don't like this last one because there's so much volume in there and so little progress. And yeah, just I'm thinking to take a position, but I end up holding off, waiting for the 30-minute to close. I'm already up to basically what I ended the day, just under 600. And then coming to 10:30, it's kind of signaling weakly that it wants to go to 3, but realistically, it's not the right setup. It's like the stock that cried wolf. It did this sort of like dip, reversal, dip, reversal, dip, reversal so many times that no one's getting surprised by it. And I think shorts are just like, yeah, this shit's ain't gonna go. And yeah, the big sellers up there. And then the 30-minute closes right there. And I'm looking to buy, looking to see if it like starts actually making progress or signaling progress or whatever. But it just it's pausing. There's not enough volume in there. And the volume that is in there starts selling. Like, even when it goes to the highs, it's like, not really. Oh, that looks like, okay, maybe here, maybe. But then it pauses. Oh, maybe. It should be ripping through 90 right now. Like, I should have been in it. But, it goes to 77, 73. There's a huge buyer right there. But then the buyer disappears. Get filled a little bit. And then I'm pretty sure the amount that buyer got filled, they're unloading. So it was a little bit of a spoof, but there was a little bit of fillage on it. And I'm watching it, seeing if it holds. It's under 75. I'm like, you gonna do it? You're gonna hold? You're gonna go? So the buyer popped up. I don't know if you remember it. It was somewhere in the low 70s, and it's holding now below that level. And there's 2 5-minute candles, lots of volume, and no progress. And so what that tells to me is that shorts are just heavy on this thing. It's got to get above that level if it's going to like open up. It's just going to be like a back and forth game here. You can play ping pong if you want, but it's like high risk ping pong. And it's just, and now high volume red on the 1 minute and with a pop high reversal. So like anyone who got in for the breakout is now having to unload. On top of that, any of that big business also, if they were long, they got to unload. If they were short, they might be adding here. They're like, oh, selling is pretty strong here. Looks like TNON is going to halt up too at this moment in real time. And then I will just, I don't like how much it is held at this level. I'm just reading the notes that I had, plus all other factors. And then I think it dies right here. I think it gives like a pop to 80, 280 and dies. Yeah, there we go. And then that, come on. Yeah, just like, now it's just creeping lower. Now it's just like, when it creeps, that's usually the direction it goes, usually. It's just slowly making progress, turning the screws in the coffin of this name for the day. And then that was the rest of my day. I finished it up 5:59. So that's it. Hope you guys had a great week. Learned some stuff. I'll catch you all Monday. And then the rest of next week I'll be out of town. I don't know if my laptop is going to be able to record. I don't think it will be able to record video. And that's about it. Thank you all for watching. Peace out. See you next time.